you might be surprised, depending on how familiar you are with sacred text, that the most common warning in Scripture is be not afraid. So that's the thing that God most often commands people. It's not thou shalt not do this or thou shalt not do that, but it's essentially don't be so frightened. Don't be so afraid. Be not afraid, in fact. And you might think, well, I'm not afraid, am I? What am I afraid of? It's one of those things that living in a world as we do that is pretty much always in a state of flux and change is the only constant, there is a certain amount of anxiety that we all feel because of the unknowability of the future, despite how much we might seek to anticipate what's about to happen and so forth.
It was too expensive, and I was like, oh, you do.
Bad person walking past. Now, a certain amount of respect for the unknown is a really sensible thing, because we can't anticipate everything, and so being respectful of the unknown is a way of being more attentive and able to adjust to those things which come to us suddenly that we hadn't expected. So I'm not talking about being attentive to the unknown. That's not fear. Fear is that other thing that happens when we actually use energy just worrying, not doing much at all, getting caught up with the possibilities of threats that haven't materialised, and in fact never do materialise. We're just worried that they might. So being not afraid is a far more effective way to live, because it means that we liberate our resources to attend to the things that are actually happening, rather than using them to apply our attention to things that we are scared might happen, if you know what I mean. So it's one thing to say be not afraid, it's quite another thing to actually not be afraid. And one of the best ways I personally have discovered of helping myself to be less afraid is to grow in the confidence that the world isn't actually out to get me. Now, that's not to say that there aren't competitors and rivals, and that the system is skewed towards the powerful, and there are real threats out there. We don't want to be naive about that, but essentially there is enough to go around if everyone plays fair, and there is the opportunity for all to flourish, as long as some people don't want to take much more than their share. And I don't want to be the guy taking more than my share, so I'm just going to be faithful with the things that are coming my way and trust that that'll be okay. Now, all of that for me is held within the context of a story of a God who loves not only me but the whole world, and gives us some pretty good parameters around how to live well together, which I find useful. I read about them, I think about them. I encourage you to do that too. It'll help you be less afraid, because actually there's so many good things in our world that we can enjoy. I know you know that, you're enjoying lots of them already. And sometimes we fear losing them, or that this good thing won't last forever, and nothing does last forever. Which gets me onto another topic about investing in things that really do last forever, and they're not the things you think. It's not about your investments in the stock market. Those things go up and down like yo-yos. The things that really last forever, investments that you won't be sorry about, are those investments in time and energy, in your friendships, in serving one another, in doing good that will outlast you. You won't regret any of those things. Those sorts of investments really do last forever. So don't be afraid. Be attentive to what you don't know, but you need not be afraid. You can apply yourself to the things you need to without fear. Don't waste energy scenario casting all the possible tragedies that could hit you, because most of them won't. Perhaps none of them will. Just attend to what's before you with all your resources in the best possible way, and keep caring for those around you, because that is your best security. Everyone loves to be with someone who loves to be with them and looks after them. And if you're surrounded by people like that, you've got to be a person like that, and it's a good way to be. Okay, that's enough rambling from me. I'll see you around the college. I hope that as the second semester gets underway, you'll be highly motivated and interested in your studies, and whether you are or you're not, that you'll do well. Work hard and learn stuff. Be equipped for life. God bless. See you soon.